All right, so we made it to our destination. I was trying to get here before it got dark, and as you can see, that didn't happen. If anyone's wondering where I am, this is a regional park called Forêt Waro. I'll write it on the screen somewhere here. It's about, most people don't know it. I didn't know it until last year. It's about 20 minutes away from Mont Tremblant in Quebec. Most people are familiar with that. So it's a really nice place to go hiking, backpacking, camping. We're going to more like a car camping site. We're about 5 minutes away. I mean, this is the entrance, by the way, for the building. Can't even see the door. The snow is up to the door. It was a good year for snow, actually. It was good. I'm not complaining at all. Yeah, so I'll show you. I'll throw on like a proper jacket, snow pants, some snowshoes, and I'll make the walk down there. Snowshoes on, snow pants on, got a proper hat on. Right. First thing I'm going to do is check if there's anything. This is normally locked. Last time I came, the door was actually ripped off. I'm pretty sure people just broke it down, which is unfortunate because it stops them from wanting to keep this place open for other people. Pretty sure it's, yeah, it's boarded up. I'm actually going to check because that'd be a nice place to wait out the rain. In the odd chance that this is not what snowshoes are meant for. Well, anyway, that board will break my fall. That's the old door. I'm just held on by nails and stuff. So it's locked, but it's not holding the door open, or closed, I mean. Looks like someone broke this one too. Hard to see, but it's just the snow on the ground keeping it closed. Yeah, we better not use it. Better not give them any reason. And there's no one here. Honestly don't know if you're supposed to be here in winter. But like I said, respect these kinds of parks. They're more likely to keep them open to the public. And what should be the parking lot. Keep hearing pieces of snow and stuff falling. I keep thinking it's an animal. When it's dark like this, my imagination goes a bit wild. And honestly don't know what kind of animals are here. Hoping no bears. Hoping no bears. Alright, so we're here. I believe tomorrow we're gonna hike down, I think it's this one. I think it's that one. We tried to get in there last time, but they stopped plowing the road around here. Even in my Jeep we couldn't make it. So we ended up coming back, parking here. You'll see it's pretty nice, but not as nice as there. First time we came, we actually came down here, parked, and I think we hiked to this one here. By the way, this is tonight's dinner. It's the blue collar worker and me decided what we'd be eating tonight. So gas station food, got a gas station sandwich. I believe it's a ham and cheese sandwich. And we had a Red Bull in the car. So yeah, believe it or not, this is actually the parking lot. And like I said, there's about 3 to 4 foot of snow. Yeah. We camped out. Like we honestly just took a spot in the parking lot. We were so tired. We came after work. The goal was to get here for what time? 3:30 in the morning. And like I said, we work night shift, so it's not crazy for us to say that those hours. By the way, what's nice is they have outhouses here. Most backpacking areas, they don't have that. But yeah, we tried to get here for around 3:30. We ended up getting stuck in the snow, 2 shovels, Jeep and 4x4. Ended up getting it out, getting back here at 5:30. Set up, we had our first beer at 7 in the morning. so you can imagine we were exhausted. Again, not really meant for snowshoes. I have a sled too. I'm hoping this little hill works out. It's a nice walk though, I'll show you guys. Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned it, but I have one friend showing up at around, by the way, it's 8:30 p.m. right now. He's showing up around 9:30. I have 2 to 3 more that'll show up. They're finishing work at 1 a.m. and they're gonna drive over. They should be here around 3 to 4 a.m. I know it sounds ridiculous for most, but we work night shift, so it's not incredibly odd hours for us. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I think only 2 of them actually know I started a YouTube channel. I sort of didn't tell anyone because I didn't want the pressure of people knowing and feeling judged and whatnot. So, you know, if I failed, I failed and no one else knew about it. I think it's going alright though. I'm pretty happy with the progress I made so far. Yeah, so this is what, 2 or 3 minute walk from the parking lot. And in summer, this is car camping spots. Hard to tell. Spot there. Another spot in front of me there. There's actually a road down here. Another outhouse. I'll probably try to dig that one out because that's the closest one to us. Mind you, the other one isn't that far either. We'll see. We'll see how bad the snow is. And this is a nice, creepy walk at night. I'm gonna enjoy my sandwich while we do this. Yeah. By the way, if you haven't tried the gas station sandwich, I was gonna say I highly recommend it. I don't know if I highly recommend it, but they're not as bad as people think. I promise I've never gotten sick off one. In a pinch, I mean, the options at night are what, fast food. You know, not many good options at night. So, it does a trick. And once, yeah, have a buddy who wants to come swimming here. He probably will tomorrow. Clearly they don't want to be responsible, but you understand why. It's pretty decent rapids here. More of a liability thing. And down further, you're allowed. Maybe not allowed, but they don't put signs saying you can't, so fair game, right? Yeah, so getting back to the gas station sandwich, because everyone so curious about it. Sorry, I can't see the trail. I thought the trail went straight, but apparently it turns. So yeah, going back to the sandwich. I road tripped to Newfoundland once. Kind of curious why there's a light there. I road tripped to Newfoundland once, and I got a sandwich at the gas station there. That was turkey and dressing. That was the sandwich. So if you're ever in Newfoundland, I believe it was near Rosemont Park. Stop at the gas station there. Try to get that turkey sandwich. Alright, so here's the actual hiking trail. Tomorrow we're gonna head that way, I believe. It looks like north on the map. We might hit here tonight. We have to have time to kill before the other guys show up. Kind of tempted to go on a night hike. And if you come down here, don't know if you can hear it. Actually, it looks like a house over there. Didn't realize this park was so close to a house. Mind you, I'm at the very entrance of the park. Now I won't walk too far because I don't know what's solid here. Hard to tell, hard to see at all actually. Yeah, we'll head back up. For whatever reason, I thought this was going to be so much more bright, I guess. Where I go camping normally is closer to town, or closer to a city at least, and it's super bright. There's so much, what's it called, light pollution, that regardless of the time of night, it's bright. Okay, so these are all campsites. I think that's a bench right there. And I'm hoping it's not, because my plan was to use a bench as part of my shelter. Sounds ridiculous, but we made a joke last time that we could just sleep underneath. And that was my plan today. See, I think there's another bench there. I really hope it's not the case. We'll see. I'll figure something out. I have a big tent that I plan on setting up tomorrow. The one Tigris Rock Fortress. It's a 4 to 6 person hot tent. That's what they describe it as, at least. But I've seen pictures, and honestly, I would say 2 to 3 with the stove. You know how tents are, though. They advertise it like we're crammed in like sardines. But yeah, I didn't plan on setting it up tonight. Not at this time, not in the rain. So I'm gonna figure out something with just a tarp. I'll probably, with the time it is, the rain, I'll probably just show you guys in the morning. Like I say, hearing some noises. For sure just the snow falling down. But imagination goes wild. Pretty sure we're not at high risk of fire with 4 foot of snow in front of me. Anyway, there's gonna be a few beers in this video. You've already seen this one. It is a, by the way, I film on a GoPro. It doesn't like when you zoom in on stuff. It likes to focus on the stuff in the background. So this is the Vienna Lager from Luke's and Cardinal. You've seen it before. Again, it's only 2.5%, but I liked it so much I actually went and bought more. So, yeah, for a light beer, it's got flavor, cold. I don't see why people, not that I see why, but a lot of people dislike Loke. I swear I heard something that time. Turn on all the lights. All the lights. Notice some deer here. I know some guys hunt a little further down. Or we assume they hunt. We saw a pickup last time with some guys there. But yeah, like I said, I don't know why people dislike, or people tend to dislike low calorie beers. Just means you can drink more, no? Alright, so I don't know how much more I'm going to film tonight. When my friend gets here, we're going to set up. We're going to choose a spot together. We'll set up. Should be here within a few minutes. Under half an hour. Yeah, we'll choose a spot together. We'll set up. I'll show you in the morning what we decided to do. Cheers, everyone. Whoa. You got some company.
You have instructions or not even?
Pas de besoin.
Ok.
Check-moi bien dans 10 minutes.
Ah, c'est pour ça que je suis comme...
Là, pas bien, là.
Ah, ouais.
So I normally don't film in the morning, because I'm not really a morning person. Normally just get up. I don't make coffee, don't drink coffee, don't make anything to eat. Usually just pack up and go, so nothing interesting really. We do plan on going for a little hike today. Try to get a few shots of that. It was a pretty cold night. It started off really warm. It was really warm, but raining. I'm sure you guys saw that. So I didn't really, we were setting up, we had to tap down a big area of snow. And I didn't take any precautions with the rain. I actually took off my jacket and I was just in a sweater. Later at night when I went down to -2-ish, -2 Celsius, still wasn't that cold. But when I went to go to bed, that's when I realized that I was wet down to my base layers. So that did not make for a good sleep. I did remove most of them. I did have spare clothes, but pretty cold night. Yeah, so I got a few shots of our hike. I'll get a few shots of the campground now, actually. Not a bad view in the morning. All right, so I was trying to be quiet there. All the rest of the guys were still sleeping. Apparently Captain Crunch makes the loudest cereal possible, so they're all awake now. Cleaning up camp, they're having breakfast. I'm trekking back some gear. And after that, we're gonna go for a hike in about half an hour. Try to add a few of the nice shots on the way. All right, so a little change in plan. We're not gonna go on the hike because it's getting late in the day. Two of them have to go, so we're going to hike to the next campsite that we wanted to use. It's really nice, it's on the water. This is actually my favorite one here. Yeah, I'll introduce you to the second beer right now. Here we got Drifter Hazy Pale Ale by Muskoka Brewery. They're about 2 hours north of Toronto. And don't worry, there were other beers last night. There was a few Guinness involved, but today is only this. But yeah, I'll show you the next spot, and hopefully eventually we do get a video there. Also, forgot to say cheers. Here it is. How nice a spot would this be? So this is the spot we wanted to camp at. Look how nice that is. That running water. Really nice. There's a trail down there. And believe it or not, I'm actually standing on the picnic table. About 4 feet into the snow. So, thanks for tuning in, guys. We have about an hour and a half walk back to the cars. And then we're going to take off. We decided not to spend the second night. All of our gear, no, not all of our gear, a lot of my gear got wet last night. It was supposed to rain for only 2 hours. Ended up raining for about 5 or 6. So my sweater, my base layers, my socks are all wet. So it's probably a good call not to stay second night. So thanks for tuning in. See you guys in the next one.